The Fifth Wave is a sci-fi alien film based on the young adult novel of the same name. And that should tell you everything you need to know. I would say I was disappointed with this film, but I wasn't, because I knew exactly what to expect. The basic premise of this film is that Chloe Grace Moretz's character is trying to save her younger brother in a post-apocalyptic future. Now that on its own sounds fine, but the problem is that the rest of the film was bogged down in unnecessary story elements and young adult novel cliches. I will say this though, the movie had a great setup. The opening to this film promised the audience a dark, bold and gritty film, which I was on board for, but then the movie says psych and completely turns into the cynical, cliche, dull, young adult film you'd expected it to be. I have a list of typical young adult novel cliches that you'd expect from this film. Number 1 is the dystopian / post-apocalyptic future, of course. Number 2 is kids being trained to be soldiers. Number 3 is a love triangle. This love triangle always consists of the girl, of course, an attractive hunky guy who I'll talk about soon, and a shorter, brown hair, brown eyed, more modest guy. Number 4, an attractive hunky guy with a square jaw. Now these guys will always be characterized by having thick eyebrows, really bright coloured eyes. They'll always have a stubble or half a beard of some sort, and they'll always be in perfect shape, and they'll always give a really one-note, one-dimensional performance. A teenage girl that's constantly in danger, and number 6, mean / oppressive adults. Yeah, well, this movie has all of these, and is extremely shameless about it as well. I think the worst thing about the lead character is that she starts off as a strong female character, but then constantly requires saving, usually by this guy. The movie truly falls apart when he comes into it. Because what was a potentially engaging story about a girl trying to survive the apocalypse was ruined by a shoehorned in, one-dimensional love interest which was generic and had no chemistry. And guess what the best part is? It's being left open for a sequel, yay! This film was aggressively bad. It was written with cliches, the characters felt like cartoon characters, and the acting and the dialogue was laughable. Which is a shame because I'm a fan of Chloe Grace Moretz. I will say this though, there was one pretty solid twist in it, which I won't spoil. 1.5 stars.